Hi Gemini, welcome to my channel. Gemini, your season is about to begin on 20th of May. Happy birthday to May born Gemini. Even before your season begins, we would already have planets moving into your sign, starting from 8th of May itself when Venus will move into your sign. And then one by one, all of these planets moving into your sign will meet North Node or Rahu on the fated dates of 10th, 17th and 31st of May, which I call as fated interactions. You will be amped up. And of course, your eclipse season is coming. Eclipses accelerate events that normally take many years in making. And this would be the last eclipse in your sign in 19 years. You're about to see some action-packed weeks, and it's been action-packed pretty much since March when Mars was in your sign. You would have been laying down groundwork of all of this since March, dotting your I's and crossing your T's. And that process would continue for early part of the May, though that would happen with a lot more progress. This is part 2 of the video. Please do review part 1, for which I will leave the link in the description along with the key dates of this month. My name is Charu and I'm your host on this journey. So let's dig in. Gemini, the period just before your season is always a period of test of faith. But this whole year to some extent for you is the test of faith for you, because Saturn is squaring Uranus in your house of faith. I spoke of it in detail in your 2021 full year video, where I go deeper into this aspect which colors all of this year, but we would see this aspect strengthen in your season starting from mid of May, and it would become exact on 14th of June. I'll leave the link to the previous video I did going into deeper detail on this aspect, which is also the 2021 video for you, because it will become very relevant starting from your season after 20th of May. Saturn would also go retrograde end of this month in your house of faith and adventure, relocation, growth, publication and knowledge. Expansion that you want out of your life. What is needed to create that expansion? What is the structure, the sustainable structure that is needed to create that kind of expansion would come into focus. It is in supportive aspect to you, and in fact the fated meetings of 10th, 17th and 31st of May make a perfect timing to get some sort of support for this new structure of your life, either through a mentor, through an experienced person, a guide, a senior, a father figure. It also supports launch of a publication or a growth in career or growth in your influence through your knowledge and mind, or through relocation to a foreign country. If there is an authority approval which is pending to bring about those changes in your life, those expansionary changes in your life, you could find support around these fated dates of 10th, 17th and 31st. I though have to mention that your ruler would go retrograde after 29th of May till 22nd of June. What that means is that we need to be careful on documentation and communication post 14th of May itself. And I would normally not suggest something to be launched during the actual retrograde period, which is between 29th of May to 22nd of June, which includes signing some formal documentation. But life doesn't stop, so if you have to, just make sure that you are going into the details, checking it twice and leaving the space and time for certain corrections if something has been signed between 29th of May to 22nd of June. But your discussions, even after 14th of May, would go into more intensive review, rediscussion, renewal after 29th of May. There are more details that we need to get into, dig into, and that has to do very much with your identity, your career, how you show up to others. Gemini with rising, moon or sun around 11th degree, or Gemini sun born around 1st of June can benefit from these specific fated meetings the most, although all of you will feel it, but it's happening around 11th degree of Gemini. So those who have planets around 11th degree of Gemini, 2 or 3 degrees before or after, or who are born around 1st of June would get this very strongly. As we move a little bit forward, the eclipse that is happening in your sign on 10th of June, which is a new start, is happening at 20 degree. That will prompt a fated new start for Gemini on those degrees as well, or those who are born around those dates, which is around 10th of June. So the June born Gemini, I feel, would definitely get some very fated changes in their life. And this is the last eclipse for the next 19 years in your sign with North Node. So there are some important shifts that are coming about that need to take shape in the month of May and in the month of June. And April and early May might be the time when you're laying down some sort of groundwork for it. It might be the time when you're chipping away behind the scene, not wanting to make a show of things, or maybe feeling that you're not yet ready to show what you're creating or what you're up to in some ways. The Scorpio full moon, which happened on 27th of April, might have brought some issues out to be handled and resolved. They could be work related, they could be health related, that need your attention. They're part of the building blocks of your life that need some amount of adjustment. It could be a project that needs your attention, needs more detailed research. It could be a health situation which needs a cleanse. And we can feel very obsessed by it. You're trying to create something of value and service, but it's not easy as some unforeseen changes keep coming up and opposing the order that you're trying to set up. And sometimes it's our own fears and subconscious that keeps coming in the way, keeps propping up at all the wrong places in all the wrong times. But in those very fears and subconscious travels, you find your way up. You find your way to manage those unknown enemies of what's valuable to you. You can discover your hidden talents and strength in this very process of fighting those unseen, unknown demons. Your healing is always in nature, in beauty, in Venusian things, in creative things, in massages, in aroma oil, in fine things of life. In indulgence of 5 senses, no matter how small they are. In those moments of external volatility, go into the exploration of your 5 senses. Behind the scene. Be with yourself before your season begins on 20th of May. Reconnect with yourself. Be in a moment of quiet and isolation. It will give you the insights and the untapped knowledge that you need. It would also give you creative and artistic downloads that could really help you. You need those moments as you're trying to tie certain loose ends and handle the minute details behind the scene. Things ease with Venus moving into your sign from 8th of May. And then a series of fated events will start beginning from 10th of May, leading you to 17th and 31st of May progress. What's most fabulous is that Jupiter, the planet of expansion, is moving into its sign of strength in your house of career and external identity on 13th of May. I covered that in part 1 of the video. This is the first time since 2010 that Jupiter is coming back in your house of career. In its own sign, he will expand your opportunities in your career, in your external identity. Right now, we are only going to see a brief transit of it, starting from 13th of May to 28th of July. So it will just give you a preview, maybe open a few doors. But in 2022, it will fully settle down there. I covered Jupiter transit in your career house in the March video as well. I will leave a link in the description for you to read or listen to it. Just remember, the May end and June eclipse is the last eclipse in your sign, with North Node in your sign. This is once in 19 years leap in personal power. These eclipses will hold power, will hold revelation, will hold changes for you for the next 6 months. And they are once in 19 years changes that are coming in our life. It's time to bring out the big guns and make use of these aspects and opportunities as they support you for the next 6 months to make the desired changes you have been waiting for. Then Jupiter comes in your career house in 2022, and it will help you grow those opportunities in 2022. And your season is just around the corner. Good luck, Gemini. I'll see you in the next video now. Thank you.